1 second to make a judgment call, and suddenly she smiles, man, and lights up like Christmas, because she's like, oh my God, there is no way my daughter's gonna fuck you, so this is great. Come on in, Kevin. Welcome. Put your feet up. You wanna walk around with your shirt off? Feel free. She's up in the shower. Go wait in her room. She'll never fuck you. It doesn't matter. No. So dudes, man, like look like that. Like that motherfucker just knows how to. It's so easy and shit. I was gonna ask him what the secret was, but he didn't seem to have many answers. We good? Thank you. Just go. Don't plug. We have so much to do and still have time. Who's got the mic next? There he is. Go.
Is this working?
Sure is.
Thank you for coming. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, man. How are you?
Thank you.
It's been a while. McLeod? Took a shot, man. Seemed like a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right.
Hamish McLeod.
Is Hamish that, is it?
No.
Fuck.
It's Ken. That is Scottish.
Okay.
I know you went arguing, I was just saying. I have an actual question, but real quick. My friend asked me this today, and he asked me if I would ask you this, and this is an actual correct answer. Who would you rather be, Batman or Superman?
Who would I rather be?
Yeah.
Superman. He can fly. He can fly. There's only one thing that can stop him, kryptonite, and there's barely any of it here.
Yeah.
I would become fucking Superman. I mean, Batman is the cooler one and shit, but to be Batman, you have to watch your parents die, and you have to train. Superman never had to train. Superman got here, and they're like, you're all powerful based on the sun. I'm like, that's what I want. I've been working the Superman diet since birth. It hasn't panned out. The Batman way is just far too much work and grief, and you're always emo and shit, you know? Superman seems like a happy guy. He just runs around, zipping around the planet, fixing things, goes home, fucks Lois. It's all right. Never has to worry about getting shot, bullets bounce off him and shit like that. Just has to be worried about where he shoots. Probably more of a pull-out guy. With lots of off-white bullet holes all around his bedroom. Look out, look out! That's why Lex Luthor hates him so much. One time a stray cum shot hit him in the back of the head. From across town and shit, Superman was like, Luthor like miles away. Ooh! I go with Superman. What's next?
Well, my friend actually said you would be Superman, but you would dress up as Batman.
Oh, I could be Superman and dress up like Batman?
Yeah, why not? And you'd be happy and you would look cool.
Which Batman am I dressing up like? The comic book one or the movie one? The movie one wears the sculpted suit, so I would like that.
It's not real, man, whatever version you want.
There are no hard, fast rules is what you're getting at?
No, you can dress up. You're Batman, you can dress up. No one's going to say, hey, you know, that cape's not right, take it off. You can dress up whatever you want. Plus you're Superman, so you can kick his ass, you know. But my actual question is, you are...
Keep going.
I don't...
Keep going, dude. Ask, I'm listening.
No, I'm not talking to an empty stage. Get back on, I've paid 38 bucks for a ticket. You may get away with that in Edinburgh, but you can't do that in Glasgow. Ooh, that's what the crowd. Please come back.
I'm sorry. I was getting comfortable. What was the thing? Did you make a Jersey Girl joke or something? I heard everyone go, woo! No, like, oh, fucking me talking to an empty stage, it's like me going to see Jersey Girl. Woo! What was the ooh comment?
I was away from the door. No, my actual question was that you were in the past linked with the Green Hornet script.
Yes.
And it's recently been picked up by, I think it was Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg did the script, and it's Seth Rogen.
Seth and Evan wrote a script, and Michelle Gondry is directing, yes.
And Seth Rogen's actually playing...
He's playing the Green Hornet, yes.
So what's up with how come... I never saw it as a kid, but it never really came across a comedy. Why was that particular script linked with so many people who normally are associated with comedy? Was there a reason why that script was kind of offered to people whose comedy was involved?
I see where you're going with it. All right, that's kind of a way to look at it. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I have no I think when they went after me for it, Harvey Weinstein, when it was at Miramax, he was like, "You like comic books?" And I was like, yeah, I like a good comic book now and then. He's like, "Well, you want to do Green Hornet because it's a comic book, I think, and you know comic books." I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a shot." And I don't know if you've paid attention to our previous pictures with you, but they're rather static. Don't really lend themselves to the superhero genre. He's like, "Well, maybe it's time for you to step up." I was like, "Will do." And I worked on the script, and I was halfway done writing it. And I was just like, "I don't want to direct this, man. This is not for me." I mean, before I even started writing it, I called up Harvey and was just like, "You know what, dude? Like, I appreciate the job and the confidence and whatnot, but I'm not ready for this. I'm just not there, man. I mean, we're in my headspace. I'm not talented enough filmmaker to pull this shit off. That is a visually interesting movie. You know, I don't make visually interesting movies. I make movies where people sit around and say a lot of dirty shit, then somebody says, "Fucking Greedo," and credits, you know. I don't necessarily think you want to turn a superhero franchise over to me, you know, because I could make one, but it would be my kind of superhero franchise where the Green Hornet and Kato would just lean against the Black Beauty. Talking about pussy, you know. Did you get laid last night? Oh, I saw. Pussy's good, isn't it, Kato? Oh, very much, very much. Hey man, there's something going on over there. All right, let's go check it out. And then they walk out of frame, and we hold on the car, and you just hear a fight from off camera. Big kerfuffle, scuffle, and then they come back just wiping themselves off, jump back in frame, lean against the car, and be like, "Did you ever have your balls licked while you licked an asshole?" You know? So I'm just, at that point in my career, that's exactly the Green Hornet movie that I probably would have done. And I didn't think that it deserved it, and I thought that if I was gonna make a movie that cost 70, 80 million, which is what it was gonna cost, I'd rather risk that on my stupid idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the Green Hornet was a character who's been around since the Lone Ranger of the United States. So you're talking about 1930? Maybe 1940, the end of the mid-30s to the early 40s. It began as a radio play. George Trendle, the guy who created the Lone Ranger, created the Green Hornet breed as like an ancestor of the Lone Ranger, and it was a very successful radio play for a while. That means that the core audience for Green Hornet is all 83 years old. And I was sitting there going, man, that's like, you make a $70, $80 million movie, it's tough. Like, unless you got a pre-sold fucking franchise like a Spider-Man or a Batman, at least people know who those characters are. Green Hornet, you talk to most people and they're just like, he's Chinese, right? And you're like, well, you're close. There is an Asian sidekick. They're like, is it Kato? Is he called Kato? And you're like, no, the character's called the Green Hornet. The other guy's called Kato. Are you sure he's not called Kato? The other guy's called Kato. This guy's the Green Hornet. And they're like, okay, he's got a ring. And you're like, fuck it, you know? There's just way too much work to like kind of make people realize or remind people who the character was. At least for the version we were doing, which was straight up superhero or masked crime fighter adaptation. Before I started writing, I was just like, dude, I can't do it. He goes, why don't you try it? Just write it, see what you think. If you don't like it when you're done writing it, and you don't feel like you can direct it, then I'll happily move on. I said, all right. So I wrote the script. Halfway through, I was like, there's no way I could do this. I'm just not there. My headspace isn't there for it. I just want to write about people talking about their love lives and shit like that. And all, you know, all the stuff I'd done at that point. And we had finished Jersey Girl, and I was kind of like, ooh, I really want to do Clerks 2. And Green Hornet was going to put that off. And then I was like, how do you do something like Green Hornet and then go to like a really cheap Clerks 2? I was like, you know what? All signs point to me not making this movie right now. So I just kind of let it go and shit. And I got called a pussy online for a while. And I was like, I am. And then people didn't know what to say. They're like, well, at least he knows. And years later, it wound up with Seth. And at first, it was going to be the other dude who directed, was the Chop Socky director. Who was it? Steven Chow? Chow, right? Was going to be Kato and direct, and then that fell apart. Now it's Michelle Gondry. And Seth and Evan wrote a very comedic version of the Green Hornet, which is kind of the best way to handle a character that not a lot of people know anymore. So I don't know, I look forward to theirs.